Your shaitan is stopping you. That's all. Your ego is stopping you. There's no other reason. To remember Allah, it is our fitrah. It is our natural disposition. Whether you are really remembering or you're not remembering, every cell in your body is remembering Allah. There's nothing in creation that does not make a zikr of Allah. Only the ego doesn't make the zikr of Allah. The ego makes a zikr of itself. So you are here, you're sitting down, you're trying to make a zikr, your heart is zip, 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 is flying everywhere, it's very difficult. Sometimes you feel like crying, you feel like running. That's the time you should sit down and put some discipline on you, step on your ego and says, no, if I die, I have to finish my zikr. You think if you die that time making your zikr, you're going to go to hellfire? Number one, I've never heard of anyone dying from making a zikr. Don't be scared. Number two, if you do, you go to the highest stations in paradise. And you're doing something for the sake of Allah, and more difficulty is arising because of that. More higher stations you will climb. So it is difficult to do. That's the time you have to put your discipline. That is the time you have to step on your ego. That is the time you're making Jihadul Akbar. If not, it's not a Jihadul Akbar. It's not a struggle against your nafs. It's nothing. That is only in the beginning stages. It's going to be difficult. You're going to get used to it. Later on, it's going to be easy. When other things are going to be difficult. You're going to go to that station, then you're going to go through that difficulty. After that, ease will come. Then another difficulty comes, then the ease will come. Not to worry. But what is it that you can do? If you're able to physically be here, it will help. If you're physically, if you are here, if you're able to come to the Dergah once a month, it is going to help, isn't it? You get so lazy praying at home even, but you come to Dergah, suddenly it's so easy to do everything, isn't it? Because now the boost is given to you. The portals of Rahmat, they are open. It's easy to wake up, it's easy to fast, even if you're out there in the hot sun for 12, 15 hours, isn't it, working? In the Dergah, you're still able to keep your fast because there's a support that is coming. In the Jamaat, by yourself, no matter how hard you try to do, it's very, very, very difficult. You are not able to come here physically. And let me tell you, there are people around, they're crying because they're not able to come here physically. But mashallah, our murids living in the same state or outside, it's only a few hours, and they cry because they have to come to Dergah, right? Yes, once. When I go there Sunday, they come. If I don't go there, they don't. You're not taking tariqat seriously, you're going to cry a lot later that time. You're not taking tariqat seriously, huh? You're going to cry a lot. Remember, every day, the list. Make yourself to be on that list. And the places change. They go up, they go down. Make sure your name is always on top of the list, because angel of death may come and visit you at any time. Because Mahdi alayhi salam may call the takbir at any time. Because the return of Sultan al-Awliya and Sahibul Saif may come at any time. And if that day you are not pushing yourself to try to be on top of the list, you may lose. So, there are those ones who are crying because they cannot come. So all you guys, yes, spoiled because you're not coming. Yeah. But this is not going to be like this forever. Because soon there'll be a time when you don't want to come, the way is going to be blocked for you. That time you want to come, you cannot. Because you have forfeited your chance. And those who have been suffering for years and they just wish to be here, their way is going to be so open for them, they're going to be in the front lines, in the front rows of the race. So if you cannot be here physically, then that time, be here spiritually. What does that mean? Put yourself, use simplest imagination, first step. You're sitting down to make your zikr, you've seen, say, pictures of a dergah, you see in live broadcast maybe. Just put yourself and say, now I'm sitting in the Dergah, in front of Shaykh Effendi, and I'm making my zikr with him. So make your zikr. That time it will be easier. Don't lose that connection to that. It will be easier, inshallah. Fatiha. Amin. Afiyet olsun. Evet. Say.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Can you tell us about Shaykh Mevlana Nazım Hakkani Kaddesallahu Sirruh?
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.